Well, good day, everyone. So for this presentation, I will be giving you some instructions on how you would do your worksheets for ELC 101. No, for our class, well, you will be answering 7 episodes. No, from episode 1 to 7. And then basically what we're gonna do here, the SOP or siguro ang rule of thumb for this since I will be leaving you with this no kasi we are very busy with accreditation in the preparation of accreditation. We actually have a week to prepare. That is why I made the video no kay para pwede niyo mabalikan ang video and then siguro sa mga may gusto pang magtanong, siguro you can ask that and then put it that into writing and then send it to our GC, no? Sa ato ang GC sa ELC. And mind you, everyone, that you cannot complete well the each episode without trying to read no everything. That is why again I reiterated kanina that the SOP or the rule of thumb for this, since I will be leaving you with this, ay dapat talagang basahin ang content. You have to understand first the content before you do anything, no? So, wag kalimutan yung orientation natin na kailangan talagang basahin, kailangan i-comprehend before you act on it. Okay. So, again, you will be doing 7 episodes for the first set, no? And then I would like to also to inform everyone that the deadline for this is until the end of the month, no? So yung 7 na episodes ay kailangang isumite within the month. So the last day of the month. And then we will be scheduling a presentation as I have mentioned no during our orientation, not the orientation but yung nag-talk tayo that you are to make a presentation for each of the result here no? Sa lahat ng mga nasagutan siguro kailangan ninyong ipakita yung result and then you really have to share it sa lahat, no? Sa mga classmates ninyo. And then, kailangan talaga natin paglaanan niyo ng panahon kasi I really wanted to hear your experiences no of doing it no and then of course all of the things here will be recorded at the same time will be put into writing so make sure talaga that you really have to ready your cell phones no I don't mind kung unsa ang quality sa video or quality sa audio recording but the goal here is for you to record it because I really needed artifacts no so when we say artifacts yun talaga yung output ninyo no the product of that particular activity so again SOP din pag merong mga interviews and whatsoever no interactions with people you really have to take pictures you have to take full length video wala tayong problema kasi you already have your laptop kung may kulang man tayo, may problema man tayo siguro sa storage ng cellphone, all you have to do is right after recording or gathering data no sa particular part ng activity, siguro kailangan i-save yan sa laptop para hindi tayo magkaproblema sa what you call this, sa storage ng inyong phone or whatsoever. So kailangan talaga siya automatically i-transfer sa laptop para walang problema, no? Baka ma-delete kasi or whatsoever. Okay? So yun ha, kailangan ng evidences for all of the things na gagawin ninyo from episode 1 to episode 7. No? Kailangan ng evidences. Bakit kailangan? Because this is the reason why I am doing this. It is because also even in the face-to-face, kung meron man tayong face-to-face na klase for this, you still have to present your evidences. No? Part yan because you will be at the end of the semester you will be crafting your e-portfolio and your photos and then your videos and audio recording are very important. But mind you everyone that before you are to record, to take photos, and then audio record your the observants, oh, what I mean, the participants, no, what you call this, or the respondents, you really have to ask for permission first, no, before you record them. That's also an SOP for us, no, na I siguro ma'am, sir, or anybody, no, kahit estudyante pa yan, or parents, no, during the observation, you really have to ask permission first, no, before you will shoot the video. But then again, I would love it if siguro naka-shoot ang video or ano ba, parte, no? So before mag-shoot ng video, especially kanang shoot sa video, no, and then kanang sa pag audio record, so before na siya mag-start ng recording, siguro you ask them, pwede ba ma-record ang conversation or whatsoever. If they said yes, pag turn on na po gayon sa recording, you ask them again para ma-appeal siya sa recording. Okay? Para madunggan dito. Okay? And then, of course, SOP din, do not forget, kung naka-audio record na siya, of course, wala akong nakikitang tao, kailangan talaga ipa-state, no? I am Fernando Siquete Jr., a student of ELC101, blah blah blah. So I will be doing and then you have to introduce the participants kung meron mang one-to-one interview whatsoever, and then tell us about them kay para makabalo din, no? Malaman din natin kung sino yung mga nasa audio record. But audio recording, no, is actually optional. No, kung meron mang video recording is better, is way better compared to audio recording. Siguro there are parts or instances siguro sa paggawa ninyo ng inyong activity sa pang-activity na siguro mas appropriate ang audio recording. That's the time. But I think if we're going to look at here, mas appropriate ato or better, way better ang video recording, no, compared to audio recording. Some specific parts lang siguro sa activity kailangan lang ng audio recording. Okay? So I hope again that is clear, no, very clear. So again, you have to go back, no, to this video para mabalikan kung anong dapat gagawin, no, kaya para hindi tayo magkakaproblema. And then other thing for that is that I think you really have to look for a school near to you, no? And then, of course, meron man kayong kapitbahay, therefore, meron mga estudyante dyan. So, siguro kailangan niyo maghanap, no? Mga mag-cite na sino yung maging potential na magiging respondents or yung magiging person or estudyante na i-interview ninyo together with the parents or whatsoever, because that's part of the activity here, no? So yun lang, no? Dapat kailangan talaga ng initiative dito. And then I think may role din ang YouTube this time. No, you have to gather videos, no? Um, I think hindi lang sa YouTube. I think meron din sa mga TED Talk, no? So siguro ka ng mga websites na meron mga videos, you have to explore them in some specific parts sa ato ang activity, because there is actually a part sa activity that would require you to observe a certain class, and then I think it's not feasible for this time, for this setup, and then your location also is not feasible for it, no? That is why ang gagawin siguro natin, you have to search sa YouTube perhaps, or any website that could actually suffice the kuan sa siya, this particular setup na naka-virtual tayo. Okay, so video po rin ta. And then if ever man that you will be using videos for your observations, you also have to make sure na bibigyan niyo ko ng link, no. Anyway, all of the things that you have to be submitted, I will put it sa classwork, and then you have to place them all there, no. So pati yung link ng videos kung saan niyo siya nahanap, you have to send it there, no. Kaya kailangan you can because I have to look at it, no, and then I will try to cross-check it, no, sa imong observation is if that's okay. Kasi ang uban rasad kay magbibigay lang ng videos, yun lang, no, and hindi pala pinanood yung video, and then hindi na-internalize yung kung ano nasa video. So I have to watch the video also, no. So all of the resources, all of the things will be uploaded sa Google Classroom. So yun siya. Coming from photos, documents, videos, audio recording, links, whatsoever. Kailangan talaga siyang ilagay sa Google Classroom natin. And then that's part of your grade, no? Of course. Okay. Ano pa ba? Nakalimutan ko. I think that's it. No? So let's try to explore each activity. no, for each episode because we have to talk about it, no, kung anong dapat ninyong gagawin. And then um sa observation before we start pala sa each activity, each episode, I am still no contemplating because I have to contact with Philippine Science High School in Zamboanga region. No, it's in Dipolog City. Magko-contact pa ako sa kanila kung pwede no, i-allow nila ako no, for you to observe their classes. And then I think kay murag daghan jud kayong observations ra ba no, baka magalit din sila, baka mairita sila whatsoever. So anyway, I will be contacting with them. I have also another option. It's in St. Michael's College. That's also the I don't know because one of my students there and even schoolmate kay nagtudlo dito, so perhaps I can ask uh, somebody no or anybody sa ilaha ang pwede tayo maka-observe sa kanilang klase. So anyway, I will be providing them letter naman. Okay. But for your schools, kada yung mga schools ninyo dyan na malapit sa inyo, um, if kailangan talaga ng letter, no, I think kailangan talaga ng letter. So I would really have to prepare a letter. All you have to do is to give me the name of the principal, no? So give me the name of the principal and then so that I can write the letter, no? And then I will siguro send it sa ato ang GC. So maghanap muna kayo no before you really act on this activity. No, right after watching this video, you have to go through first. No, of course, while watching this video, you have to go through also your book. No, dapat while nag-watch kayo nito, dapat nandito yung libro, and then you have to follow me through. So most likely that's the time that you really have to read all of the contents no sa tuang episode 1 to 7, and then right after that that's the time that you have to look for a school near to you, and then para makapagbigay tayo ng letter. So you have to give me the name no of the details no sa principal para makapagsulat tayo ng letter, and then we will send it to them. Okay, sige. So let's start with a learning episode 1. So that is the school environment. So I will be showing you internet learning outcome, no, and then activities to be accomplished. Okay, sige. So for internal learning outcome, so at the end of this episode, you must be able to determine the characteristics of a school environment no, that is safe, secure, and is supportive of learning. So that is why ang gagawin natin dito for the first episode, all you have to do is to survey the physical part of the school, no? So it may siguro ang labas ng school or the inside of a classroom, somewhat like that. So here are the so for learning episode 1, that is page 1, of course. Okay, and then you can actually see there the learning outcome, the target your intended learning outcome, and then all you have to read. No, can you revisit the learning essentials? You have to read that because that could give you the idea and then guide of doing this. Okay. So activities to be accomplished would be activity 1, exploring the school campus. Of course, you have to visit a school. So this is the time that you before or prior to this, you have to ask no permission sa principal. Do not go there nga like for example, akong plano karon nga karon ko mo visit sa school, then karon po ka maghatag og letter. So if you're planning to observe siguro the school um the other day, dapat a day before ka mo adto, dapat maghatag kag letter daan so that they will be informed. Okay? So hindi pwedeng mag-observe, magbigay ka ng letter ngayon and then ngayong araw din ka din mag-observe. Okay, do not do that, no? Okay, so that they can prepare kay of course the schools now, no public schools, they actually have or they actually implementing health protocols din so that they can be ready or really well informed na may papasok na estudyante sa kanilang school aside from the staff and then the faculty members of the school, no. So you have to visit the school and then look into facilities and support learning areas in the campus. Anyway, so you have to read all of this, and then please take note that you have to present your idea of a good school environment through any of the following. So we have descriptive paragraph. So most likely that is an essay, descriptive essay. Your sketch or drawing, so you can have that. Photo essay, you can also have that, no? Or poem, song, or rap. So you have to choose among the four here for you how to present the your idea of a good school environment. So you have to make sure na nakalabel yan properly if you're going to submit it, no, sa Google Classroom para alam ko, no, kung ano yung i-check ko. Okay. In a way, I think ma-understand naman po nato kung saan ang pwede natin gawin. Like for example, ito present idea. So isang activity, isang submission yan. Okay? And then all of the things here. So you have to read, no? And then kung ano lang yung appropriate, so just make sure to write it down. Kung wala naman nag-exist, okay, so you just have to write it sa description or whatsoever. Kung merong wala dito and then kailangan dagdagan, okay, you just have to add it. Okay? Sige. Again, please understand the content. Right after that, okay, sorry. Okay, so it's in page 6, no? Sa page 6, meron siyang tanong na observe the students, no? Number 4. Okay. Number 4, observe the students how many are occupying one room. Okay. So you don't have to siguro really observe no kay wa may tao. But then again, you can actually check on how many are occupying one in one room. You can ask siguro the teachers no kung mag-roam around. Of course, ang ilang mga advisors dyan, nandyan sa loob ng classroom no na nagpiprint ng modules for example. So you can ask them. Okay. Anyway, it's doable naman. Okay. So let's have activity 1.2. So this observing bulletin board displays. So if you are to look at here, um, very literal that you are to observe bulletin boards no sa high school. In a way, okay lang ang mga bulletin boards ngayon. If you have problems no sa mga bulletin boards, siguro you can opt to siguro observe bulletin boards diri sa campus na lang pero better kung lagi ka sa DepEd, no, sa public school. So, sa high school, ha? Because you are secondary BS at Sciences. Okay? Sige. Kanan siya sa mga bulletin board. So, pwede na siya. Pilang sa yung i-check and then you have to answer all of those things. Okay. Okay. And then right after that, for activity 1.2 sa page 14, based on your suggestions, make your board display layout. So you may present your output through any of this. So kung ano po, a handmade drawing or layout, pwede. An electronic drawing or illustration or layout, pwede. Or a collage. So magpili lang mo sa tulog. Okay. Okay, sige. Kining link theory to practice. Anyway. And of course, you don't have to forget, no, you have to answer page 20, my personal illustration of an effective school environment. By the way, for the link theory to practice, later part na siguro yan, no, later part na yan, I will just give you instruction on how to do it, no, because I don't want it kasi na mag-answer lang mo ana. Okay, so I will just give you another instruction for this part here. So you don't have to do anything sa part ng link theory to practice, no? Sa 7 episodes, so wag mo lang siyang galawin, no? Episodes 1 to 7, wag lang galawin yung link theory to practice. So later part na yan. Okay. Next is learning episode 2, learner diversity, developmental characteristics, needs and interests. So we have here, at the end of this episode, you must be able to describe the characteristics, needs and interests of learners from different developmental levels. Different developmental levels. So here are the activities to be accomplished. Activity 2.1, observing learner characteristics at different stages. I think already siyang activity for episode 2, yeah. So muna siyang activity, no? Meaning to say, ang gagawin nito, because you cannot observe naman three groups of learners from different levels, no? Preschool, you have elementary, and then you have high school, no? Ang gagawin lang siguro natin, you have to search, excuse me, YouTube videos siguro. No, naaraman siya sa YouTube, so you can search for them, no? Kana sila. So alam mo i-search na kung merong nagdi-demo, kung ano talaga yung characteristics dapat makita. Again, do not forget to copy the link and then post it sa ato ang classwork kung saan ninyo dapat ilagay. Okay? I will be giving you a place sa classwork kung saan nyo dapat i-submit, no? So that's it. So you have to search for preschool sa YouTube, elementary and high school, and then observe them based on whatsoever na binagay dito sa activity 2.1. So again, you have to read everything, no, before you act on it. Okay, sige. Next, of course, you have to include no page 28, kailang show your learning activity. So you have to include everything except link theory to practice. You don't have to touch it no, when you turn na. Okay, so I think that is for learning episode 2. No, so all you have to do is to do activity 2.1. Next is learning episode 3. This is quite challenging because this is a little bit specific, no? So for learning episode 3, this is focus on gender, needs, strengths, interests, experiences, language, race, culture, religion, socioeconomic status, difficult circumstances, and indigenous peoples. Okay, so when we say peoples, different group of people, no? So the intended learning outcomes in the end of this episode, you must be able to describe the characteristics and needs of learners from diverse backgrounds. So we believe kasi that we have different behaviors, we have different characteristics, therefore naputay different approach ana sa kalaylain na culture, no? So identify the needs of students with different levels of abilities in the classroom, identify best practices in differentiated teaching to suit the varying learner needs in a diverse class, and then demonstrate openness and understanding and acceptance of the learner's diverse needs and backgrounds. Okay. Ang gagawin dito, you have to, the details here about learning episode 1, they're very essential. Ang dami dito. Ang ang substantial ng kailangang basahin. So, for you, kung meron kayong gustong i-expound or i-widen yung knowledge about the contents of the learning essentials na dito sa mga learning episodes natin, you just have to search that no, sa Google and read some details. Okay, here are the activities that you have to accomplish. Activity 3.1. Okay. So sa inyong activity 3.1, kanina nasa yung page 33, ang gagawin natin dito kasi you have to ano ba, you have to ano man, observe a class. So the problem here is that it's all about differences. Anyway, if it will be granted that you will be observing Pisay, so most likely pwede tayo dito no sa mga um, napud tayo mga differences po nila because they actually came from the different places in the region. So most likely pwede na siya. Kana kana siya kung dili pa mag-change no anyway sige lang if ever man gali nga dili gyud ta maka-observe no so I think you have to go to YouTube University na naman no kasi nga the problem here I do not know if you have a school here na nag online no or nag face to face ba or something no wherein sa inyong locality or sa inyong lugar pwede mo maka-observe. Okay, so that's it. Sige, ganun siya. And then for, yeah, by the way, I have a concern here about for activity 3.1, page 34, no, because ask the teachers about strategies they apply to address the needs of diverse students due to the following factors. So nakalagay to gender including LGBT. Now I believe that it's somewhat not in your religion, no, accepting the community, the LGBT community. So it's all up to you if you're going to include LGBT, no. Anyway, siguro sa atin lang, um, you don't have to include LGBT, but siguro ang emphasis na lang would be the role of a male and a female, yun na lang, no? Not the LGBT. But if it is allowed to you to ask the teacher, no, especially kung meron mo kayong I don't know, in your religion, kung okay lang siya, kung open naman, so you can ask them, no? It is because gender and development kasi is actually part now sa educative process, no? Na malaking factor and then merong place ang tinatawag natin na gender concept. Okay. So sa DepEd, na po na sila concept sa gender, no? That is why they really have to make sure that their materials are gender friendly, kumbaga. Sige. Anyway, that's it for activity 3.1. And then for activity 3.2, this one is quite challenging, very challenging talaga because you have to observe a SPED class. No? And we don't have SPED class sa high school, no? No, sir, pwede ba mag-observe sa laing level preschool? No, because you cannot appreciate it because you are in high school man. Okay? So that is it. So that is why ang nilagay ko dito for 3.2 is optional. Okay, why optional? It is because if you can, no, because you have to talk man with all your classmates. If you can, what you call this? If you can ask and then siguro, if you can search videos related to this, no, sa YouTube or any other website, no, kay pwede ra, no, that's the time that you can siguro you can observe somewhat like that, okay. So okay, so that's it, no, kung meron mang ma-search, let's include activity 3.2, no, that could actually suffice no kung unsay kailangan aning activity. Okay, next is activity 3.3, no. Yeah, so for activity 3.3, ito siya, walang problema naman sa activity 3.3 in page 41 because if you cannot, if the visit, no, if the actual visit is not visible na sa baba, consider a virtual visit. So natay gihatag nga website diri, no, kinabot sa DepEd. I hope this is still available or accessible. So you just have to type in or yeah, type in that link, no, copy and paste the link or whatever, and then try to get into the details, no? So kanina siya. So ang kanina taning activity 3.3 kay naghatag nga source, no? So pwede na ta diha. Okay. Sige. And then you have to again read na naman the contents. Okay. So I think that's it for episode 3, sorry. So let's proceed to learning episode 4, learner diversity, the community and home environment. So this one is we really have to look for a potential respondent in your community, you know, and then you have to ask permission also to the parents because parents will also be interviewed, no? Sige. Okay. Siguro kanami to mag-interview na mo, you really have to look for a partner, not necessarily nga imong classmate kini kundi mo silingan, no? Anybody siguro sa imong igagaw baka na mo igsuon and then siya siguro ang tig video. Better kung inyong phone kay naapod siguro yung stand kay para dili na pud shaky ang pagkuhan sa video pagkuha. Okay. Sige. So for episode 4, here are the learning outcomes. So describe the influencing factors in the home environment that affect the students' learning because really believe na kung ano ang pinagalingan ng estudyante that could actually ano ba yan? That could actually be uh, what do you call this? Can be seen no inside the classroom also. Yeah. And then seek advice concerning strategies that build relationships with parents, guardians, and the wider community. Now, I think this is one of the purpose of you doing your interview with the parents or the guardians, and then try to seek an advice. How can I build relationships to relationship to your child, to your kid, no, or kanang siya. Okay. And then the third one, I think the last one, identify effective strategies on how teachers can work together with the family. And then there are things that you have to read, no, sa learning essentials. Okay? I think isa na niya itong activity sa isa na itong activity sa episode 4. Okay? So we have activity 4.1, observing the learner's community and home environment. So naa kay steps dire. So the good thing of this manggod kay naa gyud kay steps, naa gi-provide na steps ang learning module. So it's so nice. So di na kita maglisod. So please take note that you have to select a learner for number 1, kining sa page 53. Select a learner from the class daw which you have previously observed. So it's not necessary naman, no? Kay isang asa na naman ka mangita sa imuhang community basta kay na high school diha. Any grade level, okay ra gyud kay na siya. And then you have to follow na dayon the rest of the steps. Okay? Again, you also have to read the observed part before you conduct your observation. It's so nice, no? Kay naa gyud tay observation guide or interview guide. Nice gyud kay ni siya. So hindi talaga tayo mag-struggle of doing it or conducting it. Okay? Okay. So of course, again, no, in doing the face-to-face na interview, make sure to bring siguro you should not forget to bring your alcohol, no? Nagitay alcohol, nagitay what you call this, nagitay face mask and even face shield for you, no? Magdala kag face shield kay nga naman ah, para mag-interview na ka, pwede na siguro nga tangtangon siguro nimo imong mask and then ang face shield na lang ang magpabilin para di basi di kay maklaro no when you speak. And then you have to bring extra face mask as in extra, no, super extra kay nga naman you have to provide the family or the person that you have to interview naman, no, ikaw mohatag og face mask kaya alangan na magpapalit pa sila face mask. Okay, so you have to provide them face mask ano na lang siguro at least, no. Okay, kana siya. And then what else, so you have to bring face mask yun para na ay protocol. And then when you do the interview, siguro you have to look for a place na quiet at the same time medyo sakto siguro og lugar dili gid kayo na closed yun kaayo, no. Then of course ang kuan ha, ang distance na sa pag-interview. So alam niyo na yan, no, mga minimum health protocols. Again, you have to bring a lot of extra na kuan face mask para ibigay niyo sa inyong interview. Okay. But again ha, prior to visitations talaga kaya mo ana kailangan talaga kailangan ng permission, no? Kailangan yung permission. So do not go there automatically nga ma-shock ang parents, no? So, yun. So you have to look for a potential na estudyante. You ask the estudyante, the consent. Kailangan po din mo siya i-ask, di mo siya pugson, no? And then you can actually do any strategies, no? Like for example, you bring something. So sa inyo na yan, kung ano yung magiging strategy ninyo para maka, maka-interview, no? Sige. So that is for learning episode 4, no? So isang activity lang ang gagawin, but then again, hindi siya basta-basta din. So you have to really do it, okay, properly. Next is the learning episode 5. Ang atong 5. Okay, or 5, creating an appropriate learning environment po din siya. Okay. This one, I think you have also to interview. No? Okay. So at the end of this episode, you must be able to plan how to manage time, space, and resources, and then provide a learning environment appropriate to the learners and conducive to learning. So here are the activities to be accomplished. We have 2, activity 5.1. Okay. So you have to observe a class, okay, during this time. So mag-observe the class ani, no, and then uh, yung class na pasukan yung Sir Pisay or St. Michael's or kung saan pa ako makahanap, no, na may online. Okay? Sige. And then right after that, you have to read everything and then answer um, some worksheets. And then right after that would be the 5.2, no, identifying the different aspects of classroom management. So kana lang siya. Observe gyapon ka and then yun. Okay? Sige. So that is for episode 5. No, Carrie. Sige. Let's have episode 6, classroom management and classroom routines. So identify the classroom routines set by the teacher and then observe how the students execute the various classroom routines. So napo tayo checklist diri nga time kay mag-observe gyapon ta klase, no? Okay. So again, you have to read everything also. And then we have 2 activities to be accomplished. Activity 6.1. Okay. And then we also have activity 6.2, no, listing down classroom rules. So labi na karon na online, so we really have, no, mas klaro ngayon ang tinatawag natin na classroom rules or class rules, no? Okay. Di ba, meron pa tayong pa-mute ng microphone, something like that. So please take note of that. Not just that, no, if ever yun lang, you also have to ask the teacher na, usap kayo mga lain mo nga mga strategies or what I mean, classroom rules, ma'am, aside from it, no? Kana siya kay mga netiquette man, so baka basin dig na-apply lain si ma'am. When you ask, no, the teacher, please do it in proper manner. Okay? So that is, I think, for episode 6. For episode 7, this is for physical and personal aspects of classroom management. Okay, so you have to identify 2 aspects of classroom management, and then you have to determine the classroom management strategy of your resource teacher, no, that was employed, no, during the class. Okay. So activities to be accomplished, I think we have 2, no, 7.1 and 7.2. So kana lang narantay pa checklist ana. Okay, and then you have to answer some questions. The same with activity 7.2. Kana siya. Okay? Sige. So I think that's it, no? So again, the deadline for the 7 episodes na activities before the end of the month. So I will try to create, no, the repository kung saan niyo kailangan i-submit yung outputs ninyo. Basta lahat dapat well documented, no? That should be well written and then well recorded kana po siya. Okay. And then I think ano pa ba? I think that's it, no? Please, we just have to make sure. Anyway, I will be writing a letter naman, but you have to make sure also that um to assure, no, you have to also assure to your teachers, no, kung saan man kayo maasan or whatsoever, that their strategies, no, that you will not judge their strategies whatsoever, no. And then anyway, it is confidential, so sa atin lang yan. The result will be given to me, no? And then siguro ang gagawin na natin dito is purely observation, no? Tell them that there is no evaluation about it, no? Meaning to say, lahat ng ginagawa ng teacher ay tama, na walang mali. Okay? So, no evaluation, just observation lang ang gagawin natin and then magre-reflect lang kayo. Yan lang yung gagawin ninyo. Okay. But anyway, I will be writing it naman. I will be writing a letter and then I will explain it there. No? Bahalag taas kay ang letter nga mahimo na to basta kayo ma-explain na to tar. Okay? So for those things na medyo kaya pa nga dili pa mag-class observations because I will be writing pa a letter, siguro simulan nyo na, no? Gawin yung iba. Okay? So how to submit it, by the way, no? This is the part kung paano siya i-submit. Please take note na merong mga parts dito that you really have to write, no? Dapat handwritten yun siya kining mga diri sa libro. Pero you would notice na gamay, ang liit lang ng spaces na nakalaan. Okay? So, if you're going to check the questions, ang mga questions diya kailangan gyud i-expound gyud mo mga answer, no? I think there are a lot of questions here na you really have to explain it, expound really because it is observation man gud nga subject, therefore it's more on descriptive. So daghan gyud kay dapat sulaton. So kung kulang yung space, I think meron kang gagawin, no? I think that is encoding. You have to re-encode the activity, the part of the activity wherein hindi siya ano dito, magkasya sa mga spaces. Okay? So, yun siya. But then again, hantod sa makaya, no, dapat dili gyud mag-answer sa libro. Because remember, I will also be collecting your book. I'll also be checking it, no? So at the end of the semester, I'll be checking it. So dapat na answer diri, pero kung dili gyud siya makaya, sa lahat ng mga sasagot dito, no, kung pwede, sa space, ang gagawin lang natin is you have to scan it, no? Scan lang siya, no? So meron naman kayong cam scanner or any method, no, for me to see it. So you just have to upload it, no, the picture or the scanned copy of your activity sheet. Pero kung hindi siya magkasya, that's the time that you have to encode it, okay? With proper labels and so on. I think that is clear, no? I think that is very clear. Okay, so if you have questions about it, so please message sa ato ang GC. Do not PM me kay baka yung question ninyo ay question din ng iba. So that dito na po ko mag-reply sa to ang GC. Okay? So please bear with me because most likely I cannot check really my messenger because of the upcoming activities. But then again, I will try my best to entertain your concerns, no? But again, first, no, before gyud mangutana, you have to read everything first, no? Baka kasi yung tanong ninyo ay kayang sagutin ng libro or libro and then based on your understanding, okay? So you have to read and then understand first. Okay. Thank you so much, everybody.